Hello, thank you for joining Curry Girl Tech Talk. I am Krystal Curry. Today is episode 6 of our AI series. This is the culminating episode of our 6-part series about artificial intelligence. Today is going to be a different format, as I usually host a guest to provide detailed insight into specific areas of AI technology. Today, I want to recap the series and review my top 3 AI technology trends. These are topics that were the most interesting to me. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I am talking tech today about my top 3 AI technology trends. I hope this series has been helpful. We have entered into what I think is a revolutionary and exciting era of computer science. Let's review what we discussed so far. In episode 1, Dr. Laurie took us through a storied journey of machine learning. We learned about the history of artificial intelligence and some foundational concepts. We know that artificial intelligence was not a new concept. In fact, it began in the mid to late 50s. Machine learning is an automated approach to build a descriptive empirical model that is based on the data alone. Artificial intelligence has grown in popularity with applications using LLMs, large language models, where computer systems were trained on language. We learned the primary categories of AI technology: generative, predictive, robotics, and autonomous functions. And then we met Gregarious Greg. Is AI going to take our jobs? In episode 2 and 3, we talked about tools that you can leverage to enhance your businesses and careers. Gregory Richardson gave us guiding principles of AI usage areas: classification, prediction, and summarization, providing learning resources as well if you want to pivot into AI as a technology professional. He provided career advice and answered the dreaded question of, will AI take my job? In episode 4, we immersed ourselves into the metaverse with Danny Martin and revealed some surprising stats about gaming technology and the gaming industry in general. Danny talked about ways to leverage artificial intelligence with gaming. And in episode 5, we took on the challenge of discussing the complexities that AI technology introduces. Dr. Sarisha Kuchimanchi and I had a candid conversation. We talked about AI for good, economic impacts of AI, how to embrace AI as the new norm, and ways that we can all rise to the challenges that AI presents to us. All right, before we jump into my top 3 AI technology trends, I just want to let you guys know that I have not forgotten about our AI contest. We will announce the winner of the AI contest in our next episode 7. We will have an episode 7 that will be released on September 12th. I am thinking about doing a live for that show. I hope you guys will give me some feedback. Please let me know if you would like me to do a live show that day, and I will jump on and announce the winner of our AI contest, along with some other announcements about myself and the future of my podcast. Do you guys want to hear about that? Please let me know at currygirltechtalk.com. Contact. I will definitely respond to feedback that you have. And if you have any questions about any of the topics that we discussed, please engage with us at currygirltechtalk. Contact. All right, let's jump right in to my top 3 AI technology trends. Let's start with topic number 1, scaling AI, feeding the AI machine. As much as AI is known for its revolutionary technology, it is just as well known across the technology industry as a behemoth of a data consumer. As we discussed in the last episode with Dr. Sarisha, many corporations are developing their own internal AI engines. As this approach gains momentum, and with the continued massive machine learning processes such as LLM models, the question surrounding scaling AI is becoming a critical issue. Spinning up data centers across the country is an unsustainable approach, not only from a practicality standpoint, but from an energy consumption and a resource conservation perspective. It behooves us to come up with a solution that addresses the two without budget constraints. I met with a principal solution architect and his investor business partner at a conference. He has a patented technology that doesn't require massive data centers or cloud technology or even drain energy resources. He is using a different approach to scaling AI. What is it? Well, I haven't been given the full details, but I speculate that it's either a code or a database tables related solution or a shared services API that can be utilized across enterprises. Maybe a centralized LLM accessible to corporations for a fee. I'm speculating that it could have something to do with making calls to an API or integrating an API solution into your enterprise. That way you will be able to access a common database that stores all these models, and you don't have to store the LLM model data internally yourself. You may be able to build your AI engines on top of this without having the data storage issues. I have no idea if this is his approach, but if this isn't his solution, somebody should definitely pay me, because this is a viable solution, an alternative for anyone wanting to still use the large language models without having the data consumption or scaling issues. Definitely a business opportunity. All right. Of course, service-oriented architectures are deployed across many enterprises already in integrating a technology or a common solution where you don't have to store all of that yourself. This API solution, it could be a viable solution. All right, I will upload the details about this innovator that I met at the conference and his business partner on our website if you want to connect with him to get more information about his patent technology. Connect with him, look at currygirltechtalk.com, and his information will be loaded there underneath episode 6. All right, guys, on to the next topic. We're going to talk about work-life balance. All right, so we're fresh off Labor Day holiday, and we've all been hearing about the increased productivity and efficiencies gained with AI technology solutions. It has been suggested that perhaps one of the areas that is having a positive reception is the potential for us to achieve work-life balance. I read an article that is proposing a 3-day work week. Now, you won't get any complaints from me about this. I mean, there is no doubt that long commutes, the grinding 24/7 takes a toll on our personal lives and even our health. I mean, the meals on the go, the stress of it all. Some of you may know that I spent some time in Europe, and I learned from living there that this idea of stopping to smell the roses is actually a real thing. And I'm sure many of you hear how Italians, they stop, sit down every day to eat their meals. And sometimes we're doing things so fast that life gets away from us. And the statistics of health and longevity are apparent. So perhaps this 3-day work week is possibly a great alternative. This is an easy one for me to get into. I'll roll with it. Yes to the work-life balance. Bring on the 3 days. Now I have a question. Will we still get paid for the entire thing? I know our salaries are typically based off of a 5-day work week. Hopefully they won't tweak our salaries to adjust for this 3-day work week solution. Please go to my IG account and let me know if you are on board with this 3-day work week solution. What are your thoughts about it? Let me know. Instagram at Curry Girl Tech Talk. All right, on to our final topic. Topic 3, transportation and healthcare. This is one that has been on my heart and my mind for some time, and I'm glad that I have the opportunity to give you some insight on my thoughts about it. The first one is the transportation industry. I've heard a lot about autonomous driving, and I believe that we have officially entered a new era of modern transit. Transportation is transforming our ride with electric driverless vehicles. Let's talk for a moment about the technology behind this. AI is driving innovation in transportation. It's rapidly evolving as a norm for public transportation as well. Remember the category or grouping that I named robotics and autonomous functions? Well, this is where this technology fits. There are two primary components of this technology. Talk about are geolocation, spatial technology with sensors and robotics, and of course, this all begins with machine learning and algorithmic tuning from data things like object detection, powerful cameras, sensors, spatial engineering to understand any environment. These are the key components. And it also consults map data for traffic signals, landmarks, lights, road layouts, and obviously the spatial technology for object detection. Some manufacturers of these vehicles are relying on flexible maps instead of loading terabytes of data from HD maps. These smaller maps can be updated in real time to reroute vehicles for safer driving. We know that construction zones, lane markings, and other critical scenarios can change by the hour, the minute even. They have built-in cameras and sensors. Now, I wonder if with this new technology, if the logistics operations will change. I imagine that the logistics back office procedures will need to be staffed with knowledgeable personnel to help with these type of dynamic and overall monitoring of these autonomous vehicles. I mean, I could see a new job role move into the transformation of the transportation industry. I could see more roles in the logistics part of it with AI technology becoming more prominent. Learning this technology definitely could help you if you're looking to pivot into this space. I think one of the concerns, understandably, is safety. I can imagine if a CEO of one of these companies, what's keeping them up at night, I'm sure, is a concern of safety. And I know that even our gas-guzzling SUVs and every car essentially goes under an intensive safety testing procedure. And as we navigate this, we want to keep safety at the forefront and deploy these driverless vehicles only after it's been reliably and thoroughly tested before a customer sets foot in it, especially with regards to public transportation at airports, college campuses, and etc. Learn more about this. I'm going to post some links on our website. As I was researching this, I read a couple articles. This is an evolving thing. I'd like to hear your thoughts about this too. Contact me on Instagram, Curry Girl Tech Talk. What are your thoughts on autonomous driving vehicles? Would you get in one? Would you purchase one? I mean, I could see the future of us customizing our own driverless vehicles that's going to whiz us off to our favorite destinations. But as this grows, this is going to be especially significant for public transportation. I can see this becoming prominent that we see as the new norm, as a part of our lives. And lastly, I want to talk about healthcare. I remember some of the earliest research for artificial intelligence and machine learning was the ability to ingest large amounts of data from vaccines and strands that come up with unique healthcare solutions and cures that would have otherwise have taken years to develop due to the large amounts of data and research that is required. One healthcare data set that I read about had over 2,000 molecules ingested into AI to predict antibacterial properties of the molecules for MIT research. It was revealed that no human could have accomplished this because we do not understand the connections that AI revealed between compound properties and its antibiotic capabilities. AI has literally expedited the time to discovering new cures and vaccines. Is our cure for cancer on the horizon? I can tell you there's so many people that I know personally that have been impacted by cancer. And I just wish that we did have an expedited solution or cure. Alternatives to traditional medicinal practices and other healthcare insights are being expedited through this research. And artificial intelligence is playing a huge role in this. Part of the reading that I did was a book called The Age of AI. I read that like a year ago. I'll post a link to that as well. That way, if you want to learn more details about this, if you're in the medical career or medical research space, I'm sure that a lot of researchers in healthcare are already familiar with the benefits of using an AI model to do this for you. But if you want more details specifically about how this project came together, for this MIT research, I will post the link to book on the website and you can take a look at this. If you remember, we discussed machine learning in episode 1, and one of the types of machine learning we talked about was neural network functions. And that's being utilized with developments with prosthetics as well, allowing breakthroughs in a technology that requires a brain function integrated with a machine or a prosthetic to translate or communicate with your limbs to make it function better. These are all positive developments of AI technology. And we know that neural networks can be developed to do even more with brain data. However, a bad use case is why we need the governance that we talked about in episode 5 to ensure that we have ethical principles in place. I was reading one of the things that author points out in the age of AI is that AI cannot feel moral or philosophical compulsion as humans do. It simply applies a method and produces a result. AI cannot reflect on the significance of its actions. That is for us as humans to decide. Those are my top 3. I just can't believe that we've completed our 6-part series. I hope that you have enjoyed listening to these episodes as much as I have enjoyed making them. I really enjoy this podcast. Engaging and connecting with you is such a delight. As I mentioned earlier, we will have an episode 7. I'm super excited about that because we will announce the winner of our AI contest. And I do have a special announcement about myself in the future of this podcast that I want you to hear about. Please let me know if you have any questions about any of our episodes, if you want more information or things that you want to hear me talk about at Curry Girl Tech Talk. Please let me know. Connect with me at currygirltechtalk.com. Contact. Just go to the website or you can catch me on IG at Curry Girl Tech Talk. I have to get on the other socials. I know I'm behind on getting those socials up, but you can connect with me and I want you to connect with me. And I am excited that I have listeners in Belgium. That is super exciting to me. Hello to you. I just want to say thank you for listening. I hope that you are enjoying the podcast. Let me know what you guys think about episode 7. I'm trying to do a live and I'll jump on and let you know how to get on the live. I'll go to Curry Girl Tech Talk on my website, and also I'll put it on my IG. That way you know how to get on the live. That will be on September 12th if we do the live. I'm hoping that I'll have enough participation to do the live. I think that would be good, or even still, I may just jump on it to make those announcements. I'll talk to you soon. I am Krystal Curry. Take care.